Hi, I'm Gavin.
Hi, I'm Lynn, and we are from the Eminence Landed team.
This is the Landed Edge, insider read on Singapore's landed market. Right, so let's get to it. First question we have today, is now a good time or a bad time to buy or sell?
I think the question should be whether you are ready, because in real physical assets, we know once the supply is limited, and we know in Singapore our land supply is, the prices will go up. In the 1990s, perhaps we can get a landed property around 600,000, less than 1 million, and today the entry level would be easily 4 to 6 million depending on the condition. 5 years ago from today, it would be very easily about 10 to 30% or more cheaper than now.
Yeah, so landed property in Singapore just keeps increasing in price. And that's mainly because of the stock that we have. So we will have about 73,000 and it's capped. Right? So Singapore government is not giving up any more land to build or develop new landed plots.
Yeah.
Right? So the supply is capped. But what we also know is that the Singapore government is also pushing very hard. So we have the white paper and they want 6.9 million Singaporeans by 2030. So that's increasing the demand, right? So the demand is always increasing, but the supply is capped. So the only logical way is up in terms of price for landed property. The correct question is not really, is now a good time to buy, right? Because there's never a right time. Right? The best time to buy was always yesterday. The next best time is now. Right? Yeah. So it's more about whether you're ready to buy, and if finances work out and you can put your feet into landed, our recommendation would be to, as soon as you can, right? Put your leg into the landed segment. Second question, should I sell first or buy first?
What do you think?
It's a loaded question. It really depends. It really depends on situation, right? And current circumstance of the owner. It's not something that you do one and then the other follows, right? Because it really depends. If let's say I have additional funds and I have an additional name, then I may not need to sell first before I buy. But if I require the funds, for example, I require to remove my name from a property, then yeah, you definitely have to sell first before you buy. If not, you get impacted by like ABSD. Every situation is different, every circumstance is different, right? So what's our role? Our role is to find out what is the best solution for the owner, give them their best options, and then help guide them through to buying and selling a property, right? So that's where we come in. And what's your take?
I agree with you. Every customer, every client is different. Some prefer to sell first, some prefer to buy first, and some even prefer to do in tandem. So like you say, we try to customize it best for them, but my recommendation is to sell first to get a clear understanding of the finances, and to take the ABSD load off their mind would be really huge, because buying a house is not always a financial decision. It's sometimes very mental and emotional, and if removing that mental obstacle, I think it's worth it. But also the buying should come in fairly fast, which we as Eminence Landed team can do it very easily, because 50 of us are focused on landed, and we have a huge database of listings, so we can assist that buying side quite easily as well without worrying too much about the selling. Yeah, again, we agree with you, we should customize it, and every client is different.
Yeah, so I agree. So we have a very huge database of listings. We also have a very huge repository of buyers as well, qualified buyers, right? So that helps our sellers as well. So I think being a landed specialist, what differentiates us from other agents is we are able to plan the timeline for them as well, right? And guide them in terms of like how to price it right, how to move it quickly, how do we use our internal resources to actually get them to sell the property fast, and also eyeball some properties and then buy the property quickly as well. Right, so that's where we come in. So I think important to have an agent on your side, especially a landed agent, if you are really looking at stepping in or out of the landed segment, right?
Yeah.
How long will it take to sell my landed property?
Ooh.
So what's the quickest landed property you have sold?
In my transactions, the quickest one would be about a month.
Oh, nice.
And what about you?
About a week after getting the exclusive.
1 week?
Yeah, so it's actually, to move landed property in Singapore, it would make sense to work with a landed team also because of the support that we have, right? And also our database. Right? So that makes a lot of difference in moving the property fast. So how fast or how slow really depends on the support that you have, right? The support that you're using.
How fast or how slow? There are several factors. First of all, the pricing. Yes, it's always
very
important.
Yes.
And the difference is that working with an individual agent or working with an agent with the backing of the team of 40 to 50 of landed specialists, not diverse focus, but specialists, it makes a whole deal of difference.
Yes. Yeah. So that many times also when we took on listings from landed owners who engage individual agents, whether or not they are landed or not, right? But because they are a solo agent or maybe a pair of agents that are working together, they can be holding property for that property in the market for maybe 6 months to 9 months before we step in. And then immediately when we step in, we are able to move it fairly quickly. That's not because we are like much better, right? What we have is support.
Yeah.
What we have is the team.
Yeah.
Right? So how dynamic the team is and the number of qualified buyers we have, it's easier for us to move the properties, right?
Yeah, in fact, I can think of one example that happened within the team recently that Karen.
Oh, yes. Yeah, quite crazy.
Maybe you can share more about your experience.
So the story was Karen, one of our team members, got a landed listing, and while we were still working through the exclusive and the terms and whatnot, we actually had a heads up that this landed unit is coming into the team, and immediately we blasted out and we had a repository of ready buyers who were looking specifically at that area. So immediately when we got the exclusive and the marketing rights, we were very quickly managed to put together an open house where we had 5 or 6 buyers come by, and within that viewing we got an offer and we closed it fairly quickly. So that's the difference between working with. Oh, thank you. That's the difference between working with a landed team with ready qualified buyers and working with an individual or a pair of landed agents, right? Because they will take a little bit more time to generate this list of qualified buyers, throw money into do marketing and all that, so it takes time, right? So speed is of essence here. If we have ready buyers, then it's easier to move properties, especially in the landed segment. Okay, last question, final question. Why should I use an agent? Can't I just DIY? What's your take?
DIY instead of using an agent, doing it yourself versus paying a service fee for someone to do it for you, is really a question about how we want to use our time and energy. It's the same concept as to me hiring a helper or hiring a driver. Why do you want to do that? A lot of clients, they hire agents, and even myself from my past experience, we prefer to do that because we really feel that the time used to arrange for viewing, sourcing for the right buyer and convincing the right buyer or marketing our unit versus handling our own work. If I can outsource that, I can accumulate much more using my time on my own work.
No, I mean, like just what we were saying, right? Like it's the same as, can you cut your own hair? Of course, right? But would you go to a barber and like borrow their scissors and shaver and like cut your own hair? Of course not, right? I mean, leave it to the hands of the professionals, right? Because they can do it fast and they can do it good. So I think that's what you want. You don't want to waste your time, meddling around with the scissors and the shaver, right? Where someone can do it for you, right? At a much faster speed and without wasting your time. Because a lot of these landed owners, they're business owners as well, and time is very important to them. Time is money. So for them, it would make sense to actually engage someone, a specialist in a certain segment who is able to help them to move their property quicker than if they were to do it themselves. So would I recommend them doing it themselves? Yes, if they have their RES license. But if they're not, if they're not agents themselves, I would say no. Don't go through the hassle. It's not worth the time. For us, we like it. We do it day in and day out, right? So like we have our repository of qualified buyers. We have our listings that are ready on hand. Right? If you're going to do it yourself, then it will take time for you to do what 50 of us, right, in the Eminence Landed team is able to do collectively. Right? So you're just, I would say, wasting your own time that can be spent elsewhere better. Right?
In fact, one of my clients came to me to market his unit is because he said he tried it himself, but he realized that he cannot post on Property Guru, and it takes too much for him, and he's a business owner. It's too much hassle to figure out how to post advertisement on Property Guru and have a Property Guru account.
You just reminded me also, like, if you were to do it yourself, that's something that definitely can be done, right? But you're also risking leaving money on the table. Why? Because for us, it's not so much about transactions, because transactions now you can find all the information online.
That's right.
Right. So in terms of public data, right? So you have all this information. But for us, because we are specialized in the lender segment, right? No two lender unit is the same. So for us, what is our role as lender specialists? We bring the value of the property out. Right? So we are able to get more out of your property than if you were to do it yourself. Because what would you be comparing against? Just the previous transaction. Right? And that may not always be the best price that you can get for your property. Right? So that's why you work with someone who is in it for the long term, right? It's like going to the doctor, same lah, huh? You go to a doctor and then you go to a pharmacist. Very different, right? Pharmacist, you are like self-diagnosing, right? But you go to a doctor can really quickly tell you what's wrong and help you out, right? So that's why you pay doctors money to sort out your sickness, right? So it's the same thing. You engage an agent to help you to get the best value out of your property.
And you were sharing earlier that all the landed owners, they know.
Yep.
They really value their time and our expertise. Most of them, in fact, all of them that we experience, hire agents to help
Yes.
them to sell.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's very rare, especially in the lender segment. It's very rare for lender owners to try to do it themselves, because I think like we are dealing with a different segment of the population, right? And this segment of the lender owners, their time is very, very important to them. So these are things that they do not want to meddle around with if they can get a professional to do it for them.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so that is the Landed Edge for this week. Do tune in more. We are going to have more of this kind of very easy conversations where we answer questions, where we do analysis, we share market trends upcoming. So do go ahead and contact either one of us if you need to buy or sell landed properties.
right.
Our names and numbers and QR codes are somewhere here, right? And then yeah, go to our YouTube channel. Please like, follow, subscribe, and looking forward to sharing more with you. This is Lynn.
Together.
And this is the Landed Edge. Hope to see you again.
See you.
See you. Hi, I'm Gavin.
Hi, I'm Lynn, and we are from the Eminence Landed team.
This is the, what is it called again? Can't remember. This is the Landed Edge. See, I cannot remember.
Strong team working for the client,
Yes.
whether you're on the buying side or the selling side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The light just went off. Conduct an open house where we brought like 5-6 groups together, right? And